This particular bias I'm talking about, representativeness bias, is a very huge blind spot. It makes us pick what looks right instead of what is actually right. Emeka made 200 million in sales and 30 million in profits, while Aboki made 150 million in sales and 25 million in profits. So we have been asked, who is more profitable between Emeka and Aboki? I won't lie, looking at the numbers, my first instinct also is to say, this is obvious now, it's Emeka. Why? Because the sales are bigger, the profit is also bigger, so it feels a bit obvious. But here's the catch. There is a psychological bias that is at play here when you think Emeka is actually more profitable. It's called representativeness bias. Let's examine that. Representativeness bias actually means we judge something based on how well it matches a mental picture or a stereotype. For example, you see a guy with dreads and tattoos, you instantly think, he's a music artist or a rapper or even maybe some type of creative. But he could just easily be a lawyer too. He could be a software engineer. He could even be a doctor. Our brain actually takes shortcuts. It matches people or things to the type that looks familiar instead of checking the actual facts. So when you see someone with tattoo or dreadlocks, you think that what type of person usually has dreads or tattoos. So you think like a creative or a music artist or whatever. So that's our brain actually taking a shortcut there. But that's actually misleading. So back to Emeka and Aboki. Emeka looks bigger, more sales, more profit. So the brain says, Emeka must be more profitable. But that's misleading. So what does profitable actually mean? It means how much of your sales do you keep after costs. That's what we call profit margin. So yes, Emeka actually makes more profit in absolute terms. Compare 30 million to 25 million. 30 million is obviously higher. But Aboki is actually more profitable because he keeps a bigger slice of his sales. Here's the math. Profit margin is profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. So if you apply that to Emeka and you apply that to Aboki, you see that Emeka's profit margin is actually 15%, while Aboki's profit margin is 16.7%. So while Emeka makes more in sales, he only keeps 15% of it, whereas Aboki makes less in sales, but he keeps about 17% of that. And that's why Aboki is actually more profitable. This particular bias I'm talking about, representativeness bias, is a very huge blind spot. It makes us pick what looks right instead of what is actually right. So tell me in the comments, what other examples of this bias have you seen or experienced in real life?